Hello and welcome to the channel, it's Erad, and as you guys know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm also very disappointed with the current lack of decent content for Star Wars and Star Wars gaming, especially which has been very lax ever since, well, Disney bought Lucasfilm as well as good old LucasArts, which became Lucasfilm Games. Is quite a joke, right? And it's really baffling that we haven't gotten any real Star Wars open world experience. I know Star Wars Outlaws is coming. It looks like it's not going to be that great, to be frank. Very limited planets with just few limited maps. Oh sure, it's entirely handcrafted, great, but at the same time I think it's really lacking content. Very boring character. I like to be whoever I want to be in this kind of games, not just some characters being forced into me, and that's all very unfortunate. That's why I'm always excited to see when there are some quality or interesting mods out there, and it seems that there is one for Starfield, so let's check it out right now. This is called Star Wars RPG Total Conversion for Starfield. This is the 4th release apparently. Star Wars Genesis, here we go. Let's check it out right here. Okay, all right, that's apparently Coruscant Undercity. Feels like Coruscant indeed. There's some Nar Shaddaa, which is neon, that has been revamped into Nar Shaddaa, which makes sense. Looks pretty cool. Now we are seeing the interior, but how about the exterior? Is the entire planet looking like this, or is it still going to be a water planet, right? Because that's not going to be really like, you know, Coruscant or Nar Shaddaa. It needs to be the entire planet. I like to see that they do have Star Wars aliens. Oh, they got the hyperspace effect. That's nice.
Welcome to Imperial space. Maintain your current course whilst we scan your ship's cargo.
Cool. They've redone the lines. Of course, force powers. Of course, it makes sense. Looks like they have Darth Mauls, Mandalorians. Nice. They've got some really cool weapon sound also. Oh, Raggools! Of course, these are the Terramorphs, right? Makes sense. Looks like the Stormtroopers are going to be busy here. Trandoshan mercenaries, nice. Yes, and the temples are the Sith or Jedi temples where you get your force powers, right? This makes sense. Now they have a converted Coruscant. What is that? Is the entire planet like this, or is it just the city that looks like Coruscant? I think just to look the city. I don't think they have lightsabers. It's all blasters, right? Not sure I would want lightsabers anyway. Okay, new kinds of armor. This is looking great for a mod, I've gotta say. This is like everything I would have wanted to have in the Star Wars open world. I would prefer to play in first-person view. Some really nice guns, really nice VFX, sound effects. No more bullet sponges, good. Revenite. This is so well done. This really feels like Star Wars. Look at all these armors. So they said that they have 210 mods for this overall total conversion. That is a lot. I don't think the achievements are going to be available here. Oh, look at all those weapons too. Very cool.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond
What's
your own,
this?
you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. Before
Oh
us,
no, the
you
Vongs are coming.
everything.
That's the
Your
one thing from the expanded universe I was glad was gone. Ah no, you blew it.
are the end of everything.
Oh no. That's the one thing I didn't like in the expanded universe, and they are bringing it. Dynamic weather, nice. Now the automated install,
Star Wars
that's nice.
Genesis V4 is finally here, with the long-awaited Wabbajack support. All versions from here on out will be automated as much as possible. As of now, there's only one mod you have to actually manually install. So one of the main criticisms I've seen on Star Wars Genesis is that it's basically Starfield with a Star Wars skin over it, and there's not really any gameplay changes or improvements. I kind of want to get rid of that stereotype.
Well, that's basically what any total conversions or mods are, right?
Star Wars Genesis is an experience. It's not something you can just replicate in a day by
Oh, yeah, they have very... Yeah, this is supposed to be Den 2-ing, right? Where they've really changed it a lot.
installing every Star Wars mod out there. I spent countless hours handcrafting something that makes me feel like I'm playing my dream Star Wars game. Starfield is just simply being used as a foundation here.
Okay, so that's Geonos. They've really changed it quite a bit as well. Huh.
For starters, we have our own custom balancing, which tries to get rid of all the bullet sponges and make the combat more grounded
Nice,
and
yes,
realistic.
that's what it has to be,
You're not
yes.
the main character. You're gonna die in a few shots, just like everyone else. The equipment you wear, along with your skills and tactics, matter way more than your level. This is an unleveled world experience, just like Skyrim Requiem if any of you are familiar with that. That means you could be level 2 and run into level 90 bounty hunters within the first hour of the game, and it's up to you what you want to do in that situation.
Okay, so what are levels for then?
That also means a weapon or armor you pick up at level 2 will still be usable at level 90. That doesn't mean there's no progression though. You can still advance your skill tree, customize
Oh,
weapons
okay,
or
so that's what it
attachments,
is, the
and
skill tree.
progress in ways that are completely new, such as the temple ruins and kyber crystals scattered across the galaxy. The best armors are all available to be found in the world, either looted from new intricate puzzles
Nice, like
or
the
taken
bounty
off your
hunty
enemies.
armors,
Regardless
like
of
from
how
the
geared you
Mandalorian,
get, I want every fight to have a risk of death. You can obviously still have your power fantasy if you equip pure Beskar, but even then I still want things to be engaging. On top of all of that,
Right, so big tactical, right? Go hide behind some boxes, find weaknesses in your enemy.
we also
That's
have our
cool.
own economy. Quest rewards, bounties, and selling prices have all been changed. We all know the Bethesda game stereotype where you loot everything in existence to sell to vendors and are unfathomably rich by level 10. I'm trying to avoid that. Most of your money will be from bounties and rewards. You actually have to go and risk your life in an unleveled and unpredictable world to be able to make money. We're
That's
also
good.
featuring notable gameplay improvements. Anyone can slide from level 1. The accuracy of all weapons have been increased, and increases more when you level up your skills.
Good.
Pistols have their own custom Star Wars animations. Enemies drop all the equipment they're carrying. The enemy AI has been improved in both combat and out of
Okay,
combat.
so that's gonna make it a little
Jetpacks
bit
have
more
been
difficult,
completely
right?
Overhauled. POI generation, world gen, and weather have all been improved, resulting in simply just more variety everywhere you go.
Yeah, it does look better. I like the water effects there as well.
All of this, combined with dozens of compatibility patches that make all this coexist, is why I'm treating this as a separate game. We have our own patch notes, we have our own support channels, we have a roadmap, suggestions, work in progress updates, and even entire mods converted or designed by me specifically for this mod list. From in-house music overhauls to replacements for every spacesuit in the game, to alternate starts and loading screens, to even renaming over 1,000 lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah, they must have, look at that simply. They must have really have spent a lot of
I
time
want
doing
this
that.
to be as immersive as possible, to the point
Wait
that
a
there's no
second.
hint to Starfield
Wait a second, Coruscant really looks like it changed quite a bit, eh? Let's have a look again.
renaming over 1,000 lines of dialogue, locations, NPCs, armors, and
Oh yeah, this was supposed to be New Atlantis.
planets.
Does look like
I want this
Coruscant.
to be as immersive as
How is it gonna be if we actually land at some place? It's gonna be like some kind of desert, not desert, but ruined city or just industrial,
possible,
or
to the
how's
point
it
that
gonna
there's
be?
no hint of Starfield left when you're playing. There are things in here you will never find on Nexus mods or creations, due to stupid rules and simply just the logistics of combining multiple mods in a way that you end up with a working and intended final product. Due to still being in the early stages of Starfield modding, I had to sort of create an alternate timeline where the war between the Empire and the Rebel Alliance is only just beginning.
Okay.
There's a separate sect of the Empire loyal to the Sith and the Emperor that you'll encounter in the far reaches of space, and we'll be seeing much more of them in the upcoming expansion. Darth Maul's Shadow Collective are widespread across the galaxy conducting raids, but they've also taken a life of their own and have been mixed with pirate varieties.
So when is that taking place? That before the Death Star destroys Alderaan?
Disorganized Neo-Crusaders are rampant in abandoned locations, attempting to rebuild their order. Trandoshan mercenaries hired by both the Empire and the Rebels are increasing.
Also by the rebels.
Factions such as the Bounty Hunters Guild, Trade Federation, Swoop Gang, Onaka Gang, Revenites, and countless other criminal organizations are present everywhere you go.
Nice,
Corrupted
nice. So they have a lot more factions than the ones we have in
Rat
Starfield.
ghouls are plaguing the core worlds, and the Yuzon Vong are beginning to invade the galaxy very soon.
Oh no.
If there's one thing Star Wars Genesis has, it's a living world. When you first start a new game, you choose between a present and can even skip the entire main story if you wish by not joining the constellation. But I highly recommend briefly joining them so you can at least trigger the Yuzon Vong invasion whenever that comes out. You can choose to be a smuggler, a bounty hunter, a rebel, or
Oh, I see. So the Yuzon Vong is not gonna be happening until you trigger with
even a
Constellation.
stormtrooper. The choice is yours. I'll leave the rest up to you guys to discover on your own, but the possibilities are endless with this. I feel like I've reached a point with V4 and soon 4.1 with the Yuzon Vong that is starting to feel like a proper conversion. Obviously, we're still missing a few things like ship replacements,
Okay, so that's what it is. So in the future they're gonna have ship
more
replacements.
force powers, voice lines, city conversions, etc. On top of all the base game aspects that need to be improved, but we're slowly getting there piece by piece.
Okay, they got the
What I do
look at
know-
that. They have the YT
For
1300.
sure is that V5 isn't going to be released for a while, since it's now handicapped by the speed of other Star Wars modders and their big projects. But what I can promise you is that V5 will be as big as V4 whenever it does release. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting me, whether on Discord, Reddit, my channel, or through donations, which I must mention makes things a lot easier.
Sure.
I'm spending
What
my
is
own
this
money here
Discord
trying to advance the Starfield modding scene by buying 3D models or simply commissioning people to create specific mods such as the Neo Crusaders and the Yuzon Vong. Regardless, I appreciate each and every one of you and simply thank you for watching this far into the video.
Well, this looks really impressive, I gotta say, and that's definitely something that we will be checking in the future. If you are interested, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I will download this mode, probably when I have V5. I will let it simmer a little bit, right? Wait until it has a little bit more content, especially in space, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what it does here. Alright, well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.